Hello and welcome to another one of my videos. I did not think I was going to do a video today. I really don't have much to talk about or discuss, but I guess I could do an update. So what I'm going to talk about real quick, as you can see in this jar, I have milkweed plant in there, and there is a monarch caterpillar, and a monarch caterpillar will turn into a monarch butterfly. There it is. Okay, so you can see it right about there. So my dad had just got this. He was out in the field, and it's interesting. Oh, see, it's moving. Because it's one of the funniest, one of my best childhood memories ever. I'm just going to do a story time real quick. For whatever reason, for some reason, I have always liked butterflies. I don't like bugs or insects really, but butterflies are cool. They're amazing. My sister really, really loves butterflies. So butterflies remind me of my sister. The same way a lot of people in the world think about Mariah Carey, because Mariah Carey loves butterflies. So here I have like some arts and crafts pencils, and they're in this butterfly bag. My grandma gave me a coffee cup that matches this bag pretty close, and it came from Nashville, Tennessee, and I love it because it's butterflies. My dad and Tina had got me this hat for my birthday, the end of April. This is a cowboy hat, but as you can see, it got butterflies. So I have to paint this or color this. It came with markers to do so. This came from Giant Eagle, which is a grocery store here in Western Pennsylvania. So I have a lot of butterfly stuff. I have hair clips. Okay. I have these earrings that are really pretty. These are meant to be trans earrings, which I had no idea. And here is a ring that matches that. So butterflies are important. Butterflies are special. Okay, they're beautiful. A lot of people believe that if and when you see a butterfly, or if one comes to visit you, that it is a message from beyond, like beyond the grave, past life. You know, someone's trying to send you a message. So the reason I'm talking about this butterfly in the jar, when I was a young kid, this is one of the best memories I have of me with my dad as a young kid. And not to sound queer or gay or anything too much of that, this, that, the other, and the third, but I was a sensitive kid. I was sentimental. I was, emotional and soft and whatever. I think I just broke that. I hope I did not. I was trying to brush off some of the dust and I thought I broke it. So anyways, butterflies are the symbol for transgender people, because you transition from one thing to another thing. But monarch caterpillars, they're so freaking cool. They're so amazing. Watch on YouTube, you'll get blown away. The monarch caterpillar eats the milkweed. Milkweed is a toxic plant, okay? It's the only insect that does this. And then it'll eat and consume forever and crazy. Here in this jar, there is a lid on top of the jar, but there are holes poked into it so the bug can have fresh air and all that kind of stuff. And the monarch caterpillar, when it transforms into the butterfly, it turns into like this cocoon sort of thing, but they call it a chrysalis, okay? And the caterpillar, as it's eating and as it grows, it'll shed its skin the same way that a snake would shed its skin, okay? But it's going to eat that up after it sheds the skin. It's going to eat its own skin shedding because its nutrients, and then it's not leaving a trail behind for predators. And on the milkweed plant, there can be grasshoppers, there can be hornets and wasps and all kind of other bugs. A lot of bugs will go to this plant, and the monarch caterpillar, when it turns into the butterfly, there's also another butterfly similar in nature that resembles the monarch, because birds will not eat the monarch caterpillar, knowing that it's toxic and that it's poison and it'll make them very sick. So that other butterfly camouflages, pretending to be an imposter. Okay? So the memory I have with my dad when I was a young kid, my cousins went to Mohawk school, but I had gone to Beaver Falls school. I was in the city. I did not have country farmer school with tractors and learning about agriculture and livestock and all these things. So kids who go to the country kind of schools, they do what's called 4-H in our neck of the woods or our neighborhoods, and they learn about farming and agriculture and crops and fields and whatever. But also they learn about livestock, cows, pigs, chickens, all this stuff. Horses a lot, okay? So I always loved horses growing up, but I didn't have access. I wasn't able to get around them or whatever. So anyways, my cousin Carly went to Mohawk. In 4-H, they got to take these caterpillars when it was the season, which I guess it's the fall, and when they eat all their food and when they transform, because they turn into the butterflies, and then they're going to migrate and they go south. I believe that they go to Mexico. They might even go to Southern America. But their migration journey is crazy because it's like so many hundreds of thousands of miles. I don't know if it's like 500,000 miles or whatever. It's crazy long, their journey. And it's interesting because bugs and animals and insects, they have all this stuff programmed into like their DNA and their genetic. It is instinctual that they know where to go and how to go. It's for the migratory patterns. And then what's really crazy cool about these butterflies too, the male butterfly, if you look at the wings, and then it's hard for me to explain, but like if you were to look at the wings and you see the big wing up top and then like the lower wing, the littler one, if it's a male, it'll have a black dot on each of those, okay, like symmetrical. So that's how you know the sex and the gender of the butterfly. Excuse me, I just sprayed. And there is something weird with the butterflies where I don't think that they live a long life cycle. And this caterpillar is hanging upside down. But I think every third generation, maybe they live 5 years or something to that effect. It's something where like they only live like a year or however many months, but every like third generation they live longer. So anyways, I have this memory from my dad as a kid because my cousin got to do it and I was jealous and I was sad and I was a sensitive little kid and I wanted to be able to do this, and he took me out into a field, into the pasture. I think of the Gearings, I could be wrong. But anyway, it's a really good memory I have with my dad because me being a little gay boy from the area that I was, and how to explain this, you grow up always just embarrassed and ashamed of how you are and what you are and blah blah blah, and things that's considered feminine or girly, boys aren't allowed to do, boys aren't allowed to play, da 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 da. And so you have a lot of years of suppressed feelings and emotions and things, and you're not allowed to, you know, just be yourself. And I always say to my family, whether they believe it or not, if I'm not hurting anybody by what am I doing, then why is it such a problem? So anyways, there are milkweed plants in here. My dad said if and when these get dried up or crusty, or if the bug isn't eating them, then I will have to, you know, replace. But yes, it's one of, like I said, the few memories that I have with my dad where, there's a good image right there, where I just got to be myself. And it's really cool. If you see them when they transform into the chrysalis, like the Metapod, I'm thinking of Pokemon, you know, Caterpie and Metapod turns into Butterfree. And then there was the Weedle that turned into the Kakuna that turned into Beedrill. But anyways, yeah, really cool, really interesting. Guys, definitely watch some Monarch stuff on YouTube. You'll be blown away because they'll give you information that I didn't get. And the other weird thing, when it's in the cocoon, the chrysalis, I used to think that that was like spider webs or silk or string, It is actually its freaking body and its skin shedding and hardening as it transforms. It's just really crazy. It's really, really cool. And when they do turn into the butterfly and when they emerge after how long, a couple weeks, you know, they've cooked or transformed, it's a whole like new animal. It's a whole new species. It's so freaking crazy that it goes from like this grubby worm of like ooey gooey into like a light, floaty, fluffy, flying butterfly. And it takes a while for its wings to dry and they get like powdery on them. And then if any of you ever do this experiment, you cannot handle the butterfly too much, because us as humans, we have oils on our skin and it would ruin the butterflies. Because when I did this before, when I was a young kid, I had 2 of them. And I took them to school and it was like a show and tell kind of thing. And I had them in like a little shoebox of sorts. And I remember my butterflies wouldn't fly right away. And I felt horrible, like I thought I killed the butterfly. But it just takes a while for the wings to dry and it needs to get the air current and everything like that. But yeah, they're beautiful. They're cool. Interesting. And I'm going to go. And if I were to talk to you more, butterfly, because I draw a lot. I've drawn a lot of butterfly tattoos. So many people that I know have got tattoos, and I've drawn butterflies constantly. A rebel flag for one person. I believe my sister has a lot of butterfly tattoos. I drew something and she got something similar done to that. But there's an Asian artist, a fashion designer named Lily Yang, and she had done a monarch butterfly dress, a long one and orange, with like a bustier with like black feathery things and antennas and feelers, but she used feathers. And it's very famous and popular, and everyone's knocked it off and replicated it a million, billion, trillion times. But I had drawn a short version of a pink butterfly dress, and I did a short length one because I wanted to be different and do the pink. And yeah, I love how the monarch, if you have any kind of art and if you have a lot of black or white with something that's like a color, they consider that to be graphic. And when you have a graphic thing or a graphic pattern or print, it's just really cool. It's really pretty. So, yep, if I can put that picture in, I'll try to remember. But if I forget, forgive me. See you later, guys. Have a good one. Bye.